The fiends sweep the block with a magnet for shell case. The numbers sound good, then it's gel bait. My rhyme book from Hogwarts, read from this, then appears is safe. The top wizard, I'm the one that kept all the spells safe. Got this in braille, my blind fans get the stealth face. You niggas need hugs. Punching that clock made me responsible to the plug. Talk to my girl just like our living room bug. I ran that red light, now we closer than blood. Yeah. German engineering, 200 on the dash with the handbrake. Blue strips, crispy edges, grandmama pancakes. Listen, man, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you know this video is powered by the great folks at BetUS. Big BetUS in the building. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's NFC Championship week. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles, the Washington Commanders, and we got some interesting things to talk about, man. First of all, I want to say congratulations to all the Eagles players that are finalists. You know what I mean? In some of the most prestigious awards. You got Zach Bond. You know what I mean? You got Vic Fangio. You know what I mean? You got the 2 rookie standout cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? And you got Saquon Barkley, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Coordinator of the Year situations for all of those guys. And none of them were here last year. So, you know what I mean? Howie Roseman should be Executive of the Year. You know what I mean? Howie Roseman got to be the GM of the Year, bro. But, you know what I mean? That's neither here nor there. But I'm confused as to how Nick Sirianni ain't in the running, his hat ain't in the ring for Coach of the Year. You know, we don't care about none of that stuff, man. It really don't matter in Philadelphia Eagles land. The only thing that matters is the win. And, man, Jalen Hurts, man, he was out there taking some snaps, and they got a lot of people up in arms. A lot of people drawing conclusions. You got guys like Chase Daniels saying this isn't ideal off of a warm-up rep. Like the rep was full speed or something. I don't understand the hate there with Jalen Hurts and things of that nature, man, but I guess I do. But at the bottom line, this is the only thing that's going to stop the hate. If Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl after going to a Super Bowl 2 years ago, you got to talk about Jalen Hurts in a different light, whether you want it or not. It's just a shame that Jalen Hurts got to be the ceiling got to be 2 Super Bowl trips in 3 years and being 1-1 in the Super Bowl for y'all to stop talking about him in a negative light. When you ask the consensus of a lot of people around the NFL, who would you rather have, Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert? They all going to say Justin Herbert. Because winning ain't the main thing for a lot of these guys. Winning's not the main thing. The main thing ain't winning and pumping energy and life into the franchise. That's not what they care about in a lot of these situations. They're going to eye test you to death, eye test this, eye test that. Well, winning is a key attribute. A lot of people don't know how to win. Ask Justin Herbert. If you want me to keep it a bean, I'm not taking Burrow or Herbert over Jalen Hurts. I don't care how pretty or sexy it look. What has homeboy did that Jalen Hurts ain't do? And Burrow, what has he done? Have better passing stats? Herbert ain't do more than him. And these are guys who both make $50 million a year. Jalen Hurts, the only $50 million quarterback in the postseason. It was like that in the divisional round too. So, you know, I'm not worried about nobody that want to diminish the value of Jalen Hurts. All of this, if you want to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, make Jalen Hurts throw the ball, well, stop Saquon Barkley then. Stop Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean? Stop the running back. If you want the quarterback to affect the game, stop the running back. You know what I mean? And then you got, listen, I don't care what nobody say, man. I think Frankie Louvo played a game with energy. He played a game fast. But Frankie Louvo took some cheap shots this year on the Cowboys, and he took some cheap shots against the Eagles in both games, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give him the dirty label, but he's being taught to maneuver like this. You heard what the defensive coordinator said over there.
We've had a number of these guys that we've had to prepare for, and so the one thing is if he's going to run the ball, and if the coordinator makes a decision for him to run the ball, we're going to treat him like a running back, and we're going to hit him that way. You know, so that's their decision if they want to get him hit the way that he gets hit. If they don't, they'll keep him in the pocket. So, but that's what we're going to do.
And everybody know this. So everybody want to say, well, that's how football played. But you don't have to say it. Once you say if he run the ball, we going to hit him a certain way, that's targeting, bro. That's targeting. That's putting out a disclaimer. We don't got to say that about Jayden Daniels. We ain't got to say that. We don't got to take the podium and issue no fake-ass threats. We don't got to do that because y'all think y'all got enforcers. We got a bunch of them, too, at different levels. Y'all only got Frankie Louvo. Y'all got Chin. You know what I mean? I think Chin is an enforcer to an extent, but you only got a couple guys, bro. We got guys that come downhill. And if we put Jayden Daniels on a wanted poster and have guys start coming downhill, filling them gaps and cracking him, Slender Man, Tender Rib Man, come on, man. It could get ugly. We don't want it that. We want the best team to win. We don't want nobody taking no cheap shots. And I don't respect the defensive coordinator over there for having that approach to even say that at the podium. When Vic Fangio was at the podium saying things like this, you know what I'm saying? He's only young in birth certificate. We give him praise. They over there saying they trying to hurt the dude. I've never understood that, but you know, it is what it is, man. We played the Commanders, man. We have made Jayden Daniels look the worst out of any team he's played. We've made him look the worst. They don't want to give us that credit, but they know it's true. In that first meeting, he was throwing balls in the ground. He was missing players. We the ones that intercepted him 3 times this year. Nobody made him look like we made him look, bro. That is what it is. We made him look like a rookie. Fangio had him in a blender. And now they're missing a guy on the offensive line, and I think that's going to be the key to a blowout victory. A blowout victory. You know what I'm saying? In passing situations, if we're able to play quarters and get pressure with just the front 4, I don't really see where he think he gonna go with the ball. I don't. In the second meeting, we did a whole lot of blitzing because we pinned our ears back. We had a little lead in the beginning. We did a whole lot of blitzing. You know what I'm saying? We were trying to get him out of there. We didn't know if the quarterback was coming back or not. You know what I mean? We approached the game differently. I think Fangio got enough data that he's going to approach the game different a third time. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things you can do, man. I seen my guy Top Billin talking about a boxing 1 concept. I love the idea of that. You know what I mean? Having wide 4-man fronts, rushing him and keeping him inside the edges, not letting him get outside of your edge rushers. You know what I mean? Making him go up that interior where they weak at right now, right into the arms of Milton Williams, of Jalen Carter. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Davis. You know what I mean? Wild linebackers are coming downhill to engage as well. So, I mean, first of all, man, this Philly, man. That's first and foremost, bro. This game is being played in Philadelphia for a reason. So all of this back and forth about who got the better quarterback, none of that shit matters, bro. None of that shit matters because the better team gonna win. Who had the better quarterback in the Chargers game, according to y'all? But who lost? None of it matters, bro. And I love these conversations, bro. I love these conversations because the better team will win 9 times out of 10. You need one guy to be great in Jayden Daniels. We just need the team to play like the team. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they got that concept yet, man. They just so happy to be here. It's almost embarrassing at this point. LB, you won't say Jayden Daniels is better than Jalen Hurts. I mean, stop looking for approval from me. Stop looking for approval from LB. I'm never going to say that a man in his rookie year better than somebody that been in 2 NFC championship games in 3 years. Y'all want to say Saquon carried him? Well, who carried him the first time? These are easily debatable things. When Jalen took us to the NFC Championship the first time, he was in MVP runners. It takes maturity to be able to sit back while you letting another MVP work. Maturity, bro. Maturity. And I think Saquon Barkley is the MVP. I don't care about none of them stats and all of that shit, man, that Lamar did in the regular season. I don't care. Whose game is translating over to the postseason during a playoff run? Saquon. He just ran for 200 yards, bro. He ran for a deuce. I think he averaging over 300. He got 300 yards so far in 2 games on the ground. 300 plus. So let's start talking about this in a different light, man. Let's look at a little bit of film on how I think the Philadelphia Eagles could blow this matchup wide open. Let's look at some things that could play into our favor, man. Some things that I think we need to, you know what I mean, institute into the game on Sunday at 3 o'clock, man. The Eagles did a fantastic job of making Jayden Daniels look like what he is when he played this, man. A rookie. You know what I'm saying? A rookie. The simulated pressure here off the edge, we give the illusion of they only have to block 4 from one side. Then it turns into an extra rusher. Well, not even extra rusher. The key is to get pressure bringing 4 while still being able to play in the quarters defense. And you can force them into throws like this. You can force them into them situations. And then also Milton Williams in the gang, I think it's going to be a feast with them having some backups in the interior line.
To win games. And And that's the number one mission of this team. It has to be, and no one can forget that. So I know personally I've never played the game for stats, even though I know it's it's a measurement that other people will judge, but they don't know anything. At the end of the day, it's about what the team, what the individuals on the team determine a success. And if we want to do what we want to do, and obviously have our goals, the number one thing is to win. And you measure it strictly off of that. And so when it takes a team to do something like that and accomplish something special and winning games, how you do it really doesn't matter.